We invite you to watch the video on the Aquaculture Farm channel.
Mexico's tuna industry, a world-class sustainable fishery. Tuna stands out among the more than 200 marine species of commercial importance in Mexico, because with a production of more than 100,000 tons per year, tuna ranks fourth in the country in volume and second in price. Value of national fishing output. The tuna fishery is one of the most sustainable in our country and was recognized by FAO in 2005 with the Margarita Lizarraga Medal for Sustainable Fishing, and recently in 2017 received an international certification from the Association Marine Management Council, MSC, a fishery that has minimal impact on the marine ecosystem. The tuna fishery is located in Mexico in fourth place in terms of national fishing production with more than 100,000 tons per year, and is the second subsector to above value, cementing Mexico in 11th place as a processor of these fish species worldwide. Within the framework of World Tuna Day celebrated on May 2nd, the National Commission for Fisheries and Aquaculture reported that the tuna fishery is one of the most sustainable in our country. That is why the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization awarded him the Margarita Lizarraga Medal for Sustainable Fisheries. Due to its high protein and calorie content as well as vitamins such as B-complex, this fish is a food with high nutritional value, which is why it should be consumed at different stages of your child's development. People, especially during pregnancy and childhood, as it contributes to strengthening the nervous strength of newborns.
Carbohydrate area. 100.
Mexico is one of 80 countries with a dedicated tuna fishery, with large coastal fleets dedicated to catching this fish of utmost importance for food and nutritional security, economic development, employment, income, livelihood, culture and entertainment, as noted by the United Nations, which celebrated World Tuna Day for the first time.
Puno yung salok natin kanina.
The tuna fishery is one of the most important economic fisheries worldwide and is important in generating employment, both directly and indirectly, while also contributing to foreign exchange and revenue generation. In Mexico, tuna fishing began in the early 20th century. Portuguese fishermen operated near the California coast in the US and in Baja California, but the product was processed in San Pedro, California, USA. In 1925, tuna canning began in Ensenada. The tuna fishery is of great importance at the national level, as it generates 72,000 jobs, both directly and indirectly, and the tuna industry Mexico produces 97.5 million cans of tuna each month, benefiting 115 million people in Mexico and Central America who depend on tuna protein.
Inalalayan ng pagbuhos mga kajimban kasi nagbabara sa may kumpiyor o yan, kaya kaanda lang yung buhos natin mga kajimban.
Tuna occupies the second position in terms of national exploitation output, with an output of just over 129,000 tons caught annually. The main varieties caught are yellowfin tuna, bluefin tuna and big-eye tuna. Tuna consumption per capita is 1.4 kilograms.
Ayan mga kajimban, birahin natin ulit dito sa pupa para mapuno lagi yung salok at mabilis na ang pagsasalok. Medyo matagal-tagal na mga kajimban dahil sa dami ng isda, kaya kailangan mabilisan na yung kilos natin dito para di masira yung isda. Ayan mga kajimban, punong-puno pa rin, wala nang katapos ang pagsasalok.
Food sustainability is one of the most important challenges facing humanity today. With the world population reaching 7.7 billion people and growing at a rate of more than 1% per year, pressure on natural resources is constantly increasing. Clear evidence of this fact is fishing activities. According to FAO's latest report on world fisheries and aquaculture, 96.4 million tons were caught in 2018, and it is estimated that a third of the world's fish stocks are overexploited. Hence the importance of striking a balance between the health of fish populations and economic viability, as fisheries generate approximately $150,000 million in revenue worldwide, supporting thousands of families in each country. To achieve this sustainability, private organizations, companies and governments have implemented fisheries management measures not only at the local level, but also at the regional level. Ecuador is an example of this in action because it is a member of the Inter-American Tropical Tuna Commission, IATTC, which regulates tuna fisheries in the Eastern Pacific. The organization implements 2 tuna closure periods each year, requiring the presence of onboard inspectors, detailed records of catches, among other activities, conducted by Ecuadorian tuna fleet, including 116 ships. The most important in the region due to its catch volume. Through management measures, our country strives to preserve tuna, the main resource of the national fishing industry. However, there are more actions in this sense, such as the case of the Tuna Conservation Group, Tunacans, which emerged in 2016 and includes NIRSA, Cervagrup, Eurofish, Grupo Gedron and Trimarine. From that year until now, Tunacans has implemented programs to reduce bycatch and protected species such as sharks, turtles, rays, and more. In the process of tuna fishing, through training captains and crew members. Another important aspect is the replacement of fat material, which is an artificial attraction system for tuna schools. More on details that the plantations are made of polluting materials such as plastic, which do not decompose. Experiments and research have been carried out to find greener options, and we have reached the level of research to design 100% compostable prototypes, which will no longer be possible, he assures. is a factor that pollutes the ocean. In parallel, tunacans cooperated with IATTC to assess tuna populations in the eastern Pacific, where skipjack, yellowfin and big-eye tuna are mainly caught. It also works with industry authorities to strengthen fisheries management of the species. One of the results is the National Tuna Plan, which is now in effect. Its implementation took more than a decade because it was a complex project. Guillermo Moron, who is also the director of this FIP, commented that being an artisanal fishery requires hard work not only to achieve resource sustainability, but also to reduce overfishing. Mistaken for turtles and sharks in Dorado fishing activities. During this period, important actions were taken. A moratorium on the exploitation of this resource was in force, lasting from July to October each year. A team of inspectors and observers were on board, minimum catch sizes were established and fisheries management was strengthened.